Hi, my name is Matt Carroll with World Class Coaching and with the Hub Academy Sports Coach 2025. I want to talk to you about a session that I've designed today to focus on working on conditioning. Um, I think one of the things my team constantly, we do like an end of the year evaluation of like, what do you think we need to improve? And there's two things that consistently are on there. And it's first one is team building, which we do a lot of team building. So I'm always kind of talking to my assistants like, I don't know, like, what do they want us to do here? Like, we do a lot of that, going out and eating, laser tag, that kind of stuff. But the other one is conditioning. And I think what happens is, I think it's a long season. Players see themselves as being tired, but even then, I'm watching them play, and they're tired because they've been tired because they're playing 3 games a week for 3 months. But fitness wise, I think that's not the issue. It's the breakdown and the long season that I think affects them more than they're not in shape like they think they are. Because we do a lot of conditioning, and what I find is the players are holding up. We don't have a lot of injuries. They're last in the game, but they're just they're picking up. They're not 100% like they were in the beginning of the season, so they confuse that with not being fit. Because a lot of what we do in the preseason is play, but it's playing with like high activation, 1v1s, lots of touches on the ball, and they're kind of looking for that. When are we going to run 3 miles? When are you going to make us do this? Because that's kind of the norm for a lot of them. But I find even we don't do these things. We don't have fitness issues late in the season. We have guys that can go the full in New Jersey high school. It's 80 minutes. It's just they just see it as, oh, I must not be in shape because I don't feel great. It's like, well, if you've been playing 3 games a week for 3 months, you're gonna be a little bit sore. So some of the stuff we do in season is fun stuff like this. We had a 6 a.m. practice this year because we had a scheduling issue. So we decided to have 6 a.m. practice. Players were less than enthused, but we did some stuff in this session that I'm going to show you here that I think kind of made it worth it. And it's just not clicking to yellow. There we go. So we've got yellow here, we've got black here. So what we have to do is we're working on a lot of the change of motion. Runners that go out and run miles and are generally just running straight. Once they get into a soccer situation, they even the best track kids that go out there and they're in great shape can struggle at times because of the lateral motion, the movement, the change of direction, the full body motion. It's not just a consistent motion that you have in running where you kind of do the same thing over and over again. You're constantly changing. All right, so we want to see that a lot less of just running in a line or running from one place to another. We want to see change of direction. We want to see them twisting their bodies and moving and things like that. So they're going to run right here. Black is going to touch this ball. Yellow is going to go here. They're going to run back all the way around, and then back. So where they end up, they've just basically just done circle, circle, half circle, changing directions at circle. Once they touch the ball the second time, they immediately can enter. There's a ball in the middle. They're running for that, and they're trying to get the ball and dribble it through one of these grids. So you'll see a lot of change of direction. So we're not just doing it where we're sprinting. We're sprinting, and that's going to change then into working towards a 1v1 and getting on the ball and getting tons of touches in this drill. What you'll find is later on in the beginning of the drill, you're going to see a lot of 1v1s. Later on in the drill, you're going to see a lot of guys breaking away after the other guy can't get there in time and gets beat there. But I think this is a really great drill for keeping players on their toes, working on that range of motion, making it competitive. It's a great activation drill because it's a lot of fun. They get excited about it. It's competitive. The other guys that are waiting for it to go are cheering it on, and oh, he got him, and he beat him this time, and so there's a lot of motivation there. So I think it's just a high energy session. And I don't think you can start your session off like saying we're going to condition all day today, and players are going to be like, yes, I'm so glad we needed this. It's going to be kind of soul crushing for them that, hey, for 2 hours we're just going to run. But if you hide it with this competitive level, you're going to get players that aren't just going what they think coach wants me to go as fast as that. They're going as fast as they need to compete, so they're not losing against their buddy here in this drill. So I think you set the right tone for the session here. This is another one we did. I really enjoyed. You basically have, this will not work. You basically have a line of players for yellow and a line of players for black. Now we did full teams, kind of like a fun thing. It was more of like we did more of a cool down one where it was or a recovery session. It was fun. We wanted their legs moving, we wanted them sprinting a little bit, but we didn't want to go crazy, so we had the whole team. So some guys were waiting a long time, and there's a lot of sitting down in between. But you can do this with like 4 or 5 players. on each team. That might work perfect. So basically what you got going on here is a goal here, a goal here. And we're going 1v1. 1v1, black versus yellow, trying to score. You can have goalies, you can not have goalies. If you want to be a lot of scoring, you just take the goalies out because you want to score like a ton of goals, and it's like how many goals can you score before someone else gets there? So black versus yellow, they're playing against each other. As long as it takes for player in black, player in yellow, they both sprint at the same time. Coach is positioned over here. If black's here, yellow is past the cone first. Yellow then can enter. Black goes to the end of the line. Now you got a 2v1. Next guy up, black goes. Yellow doesn't beat him. Black goes and we have 2v2. And you keep building till all the players are in. And once all the players are in, maybe you can make it a time thing where it says, all right, after every player's in, we have 3 minutes to play to score as many goals. Or you can make that goal once all players are in worth maybe like 3 goals. Because what you're doing is you're counting how many goals you can score in this time. So that's why I said if you don't put goalies in, you can have like black tries to score here, yellow tries to score here, and the game starts to slow down as we get more players. They're not just like getting a ton of shots off, but it creates an urgency. Like how many goals can you score before you might be a man or two down in the next 30 seconds? That could happen. So it's there's very much like score now. There's a high tempo to it. There's a hecticness to it that I think entices players to really get on their horse and sprint and run. Because everyone's watching. Everyone's watching them make the run. Everyone's watching the game inside. Everyone's we're down 5 goals. But if you get 2 or 3 guys up, you can score a bunch of goals pretty quickly within the game. So you're never kind of out of it. You're constantly competing, even if you're not in the drill itself. You're getting loud. You're screaming. You're getting excited about the drill. So you're very much involved. And then once you get everybody in, reset it. Have the kid that started who was last in line, maybe they go first, something along those lines, whatever it may be. But yeah, again, I think we're keeping the tempo high. We're keeping it competitive. A lot of players don't feel like it's a conditioning practice. Like I'm tired, I'm running, but I'm enjoying it. It's not just that, hey, we're just going to go run or do a bunch of sprints or something along those lines. But I think at this point, every player is getting, at least 1 or 2 sprints in, full length sprint of the pitch. Then they're immediately going from that sprint into the drill, playing, and then we're going to do it again 3 or 4 times. So you're getting a lot in a short period of time with built-in rest periods that to help develop speed and conditioning and things like that. So from here, what we'll go is we'll play essentially a game. We go 11v11, 7v7, whatever you want to do. But you have certain where did this guy go? You have certain stipulations in the game that require a player then to have to do a conditioning exercise, like to sprint off the field to a stick. So let's say we got yellow here. They're going up against black. Oh, my mouse is just not working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, 1 too many. All right, so they're going up against them. Now you're going to make certain rules. So let's say we make a rule that if you get beat with a move, take a hike. If you get triangles, if you get a give and go given around you, take a hike. Maybe we make it megged. It's double. So when I say we take a hike, this player gets beat by a move. They get crossed over. Bang. Then over here, to re-enter the field, they have to sprint around the yellow cone and get back in. Now they could take their time and say it's 11v11, whatever. But we make a stipulation that if a player is outside, they haven't re-entered the field, they're sprinting around, they're around the cone, they haven't re-entered the field, and a goal occurs, your team scores, it's worth 5 goals, and we'll keep it that way. Like there's some kind of more, so it creates an urgency when they're man down. You want to go and attack. You want to get something quick. You kind of want to put them under pressure because if you can get something off, you're going to get extra points there, and it entices the player that's running off the field. Like I better get on quick because even if my team concedes with me on the field, at least like it's not worth 5 points. When you get nutmegged, maybe then you have to pick a partner. So you get nutmegged and then you call your partner and it's like, yo, Jimmy, you got to come with me. 2 players have to run the sprint around it and before they can enter. So it's an even greater disadvantage. And you can make it fun stuff like that. Something maybe you've been working on, like if a certain kind of goal is scored, maybe they all have to go sprint. if there's a situation where they get a shot off, or someone skies the ball, or plays pass that goes out of bounds, they have to go sprint. Whatever you kind of want to throw into there to kind of make it fun. And again, same thing, like get them enjoying it, get them having fun out there, but sprinting, change the direction, all that kind of stuff without really thinking about it. They're involved in a conditioning practice before they even thought about it. So yeah, I'd love to hear in the comments section some of the things you guys do that you can disguise conditioning and make it real fun for your players, and something that kind of they look forward to in a way. We have another drill where we tie them up and they have to run all connected by string, and it's about coordination and communication. And every year, like, when are we gonna do that? Which practice is gonna have to be? And it's hard. They do with conditioning within it, but they are always asking about it. And I'd like to hear some of the drills that you guys have that your players feel that way about them. So once again, my name is Matt Carroll, World Class Coaching, with the help of Academy Sports Coach 2025. I hope this session finds you well.